What's going on, guys? We need to talk about this. It's a good conversation. Let's go. It says, this used to be a mistake, a decay due to bad management, but now it's art. The reason this used to be a mistake is, I'll show you. See that it's torn back here. It's all destroyed. That canvas was trashed, and it was one of the reasons why I always used it as the background for the videos and why I would draw on it, because it didn't really matter. I was just gonna throw it away at some point anyway. Short story on why it was trashed is that basically there was some water damage here in the garage, and this canvas and a couple others were sitting on the ground. They got some mold, the canvas kind of got torn off. I destroyed a few, got rid of them, and this one's just been sitting around. I thought, I'll keep it just for a little bit and I'll use it. It's been a functional piece for the purposes of what I'm doing here. Something happened that made me want to make this piece more than just functional. It needed to become art. To fully understand this, I need to go get something else first. Come on. So if you've been paying attention, this is my current effort on the 100-day project. This was day 1. This was day 31, 32, I don't remember. I'm supposed to be on day 36 or 40 or something by now, but I'm not, because I'm stopping this year's 100-day project. Now some of you might think like, what? I'm gonna chalk this one up under the philosophy of what doesn't feed us kills us. I wasn't motivated to continue the project because it wasn't feeding my soul. Part of the reason it wasn't feeding my soul, in the middle of it, I had this epiphany about what I wanted to do with this media business. This didn't feel part of that scenario anymore. Yes, doing art definitely feels like part of the equation. Doing art about coffee things didn't really feel like it was part of the equation. It felt arbitrary, felt like something I was forcing myself to do, didn't feel organic at all. When I'm making this piece right here, I don't feel interested or involved. I feel like a chore. It's something I have to do every day, when really my motivation is to do this, or to do this, or to do any of the other things that revolve around the idea of the media company that I'm trying to build. So I'm shutting the door on these. Don't worry, it's okay. You know the old cliche about when somebody closes a door, they also open a window. That is perfect for this situation. I shut the door on the 100-day project, but it opened up a window on what I could see in this canvas right here. I was so frustrated with the work that I was doing on the 100-day challenge, I just decided to toss all caution to the wind and just go do something with this. I came in here and I put some paper down with some paste stub glue. I painted over it with the pink, and then I tore part of it away because that's kind of what I wanted to do. The decay over here was essentially now part of this piece. I owe all of this to Jasper Johns. Going to the Jasper Johns exhibit, I noticed that there were a lot of pieces that felt like he had just taken stuff from the studio floor and put it together and made it art. Why would I even consider that this wasn't part of the art piece? This torn canvas is as much part of this art piece as the paint. So I used it and I wrote that statement. This used to be a mistake, a decay due to bad management, my bad management, but now it's art. I let the paint dry, and then I sat here and I looked at it for a long time. And I don't know why, but I picked up my black paint and I painted this black circle. It felt visceral, it felt immediate, it felt like the right thing to do. No matter how many times somebody has said, don't go to black. Black is always gonna dominate, it's gonna overpower everything. I went for the black right out. I knew the black dot was gonna overpower this piece and I didn't care. I put the blue down. It spoke. It spoke to me. I don't know why. I don't know how. One of the people who watch these videos on a regular basis, Dave, I'm looking at you, wants me to do more process, wants to talk more about my process in how I create my art. That right there is about as close as I can get to fully explaining it. Everything that happened in this piece was completely arbitrary. The stuff that happened in the background happened because I was talking to you. Other drips and stuff were the old canvas that I painted over. This statement was a visceral response to how I was feeling at that exact moment. The paper was, I just wanted to put some paper on it. Pink was like, felt like a good color. It was the first color I grabbed out of there, and I knew right away that it was gonna contrast some of the black and orange that was already here. Color theory. The black we already talked about. The blue, Again, just a super contrasty color for me to put something down that's made a statement. I don't even know what the statement is other than that up there. I don't really know. It looks to me like it's an eye and it's looking back at me. Not that it's judging me, but it's saying that it sees me and that I see it. What doesn't feed me kills me. These weren't feeding me, and it was killing me because I wanted to work on other things the whole time. This piece was not planned. I intended to keep this as my background for the videos for a while, but then this happened, and it's good. I understand that my approach to art is not like a lot of other people's approach to art. Everything I do is knee-jerk for the most part, which is another reason why this didn't necessarily work for me. Let me clarify. I went into the idea of coffee as a motivator as a knee-jerk reaction to needing to do something. It didn't fulfill me long term, but I chased after it when I had the impulse. This is the exact same thing. I chased after this when I had the impulse. Thankfully, I got it done really quickly because I didn't want this to end up as some never-ending project like this felt like it was gonna be. What doesn't feed me kills me. This is not meant to be some huge life lesson for everybody. It's my lesson for myself. This is my experience. This is my result. Your results may vary. And I guess that is the real lesson. Be okay with those results. Be okay with how you progress through things, whether you continue on or push them aside, work on something new, work on something continuously. Be okay with what you're doing. There's so much pressure all the time to do the thing that you're doing and keep doing that thing, keep doing that thing. Or even me saying, I'm doing all these different things. I'm doing this over here, I'm doing this over here, I'm doing these things over there, I'm doing all the video and the podcast and everything. That's pressure on you to make you feel like you need to do all of those things and you don't. I do all these things because it's what I do. You go do the things that feed you, and if it's not feeding you, then it's gonna kill you at some point, and we don't want that. I would rather you kill that thing that's trying to kill you and go do something that feeds you instead. So consider this my note to self lesson of the day. You can take that however you want. But now I've got to edit this because it's actually Tuesday and this video is supposed to go out on Tuesday. Remember folks, be good today, be even better tomorrow. See ya.